So in this video, I'm going to be telling you guys exactly what I would do if I had to start from zero and have to make my first $100,000 again. This is the best advice I can give to you guys as a young entrepreneur, because for some reason at a young age, we know like we don't want to work a job for the rest of our lives, or we know we don't want to go to school, or maybe school's not for us, or working jobs are not for us. And that's okay. That doesn't mean you're stupid. That just means that you have a different path in life. So this is my best advice for people who's trying to start that path in life of making money online, and exactly what I would do if I had to make my first $100,000 again. But before we go into that, I do want to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Noah. I'm currently 21 years old, and I've done multiple six figures online through e-commerce and dropshipping. And here's a few photos of me. This is me in 2022 when I was still broke, just a normal looking kid. I was in college at this time, and as you guys can see, this is a real screenshot of my bank account. I literally had no money to my name. Like, this is my savings account and this is my checkings account. I remember taking this screenshot in 2022 for the one reason of I knew that I would make it out of this. I knew that I would make so much more money and I'll be able to show the screenshot to people, to show people how far I've come. So this screenshot, it means a lot to me because this was literally my reality. Like, I literally had no money. And this is me in 2023, early 2023. This is actually the last job I've actually ever worked. I was a valet driver. I was actually already an entrepreneur at this time. I just wasn't making any money. And this is me, a random picture of me and Gideon in college. So, I mean, essentially, I just showed you guys this because this is where I started. 2 years later, I started doing e-commerce, and this is literally my first $100,000, which came in September 27th, 2023, which, as you guys can see, is a few months after I quit that valet job. I was doing $80K a month. This is this is pretty much how I ended off 2023. I made, over $250,000. I don't know why I didn't take a screenshot at the end of the year, but I actually ended up making around $300,000 at the end of 2023. And in 2024, this is actually my biggest day in e-com. I made $34,000 in one single day. And the cool thing about this screenshot is this was actually on my birthday, May 19th. This is my 21st birthday. So this was a really, really good birthday present for me. And yeah, I was able to buy my dream car. I was able to move into my dream apartment, which I'm actually in right now, filming this video, as you guys can see. I was able to buy dumb stuff like this iced out Cartier watch. I pretty much travel, I do whatever I want to do, and as you guys can see, to this day, I'm still making money with e-com. So this is my life now, pretty much 2 years later, after being a college student who had no money, who worked a valet job, and met Gideon at a random Chick-fil-A. So I'm going to be telling you guys exactly, what happened in between this period, and pretty much what I would do and what I learned from that period, and what you guys can do to essentially transform your life as well. So the very first thing that I do recommend for everybody is to put your ego aside and get a job. I notice a lot of entrepreneurs, young entrepreneurs, are like, oh my God, I'll never work a job because I'm an entrepreneur. Bro, you have to get money, bro. To make money, no matter what anyone tells you, to make money, you have to spend money. It takes money to make money. Some people, if anyone tells you you can make money with $0, they're lying to you. It's never the case. You do need to have money to get a job, because with this money you could invest in yourself, invest in knowledge, you could invest in your business. In the very beginning you need money, and you need to have a steady cash flow, because your business is never going to work on the first try. So you have to be constantly having extra money to lean on. So in my opinion, if I had to start from nothing again, if I lost everything today, the first thing I would do is get a job. But the thing about me is, if I got a job, I know I'm never going to stay there, because I know that I'm going to save my money so that I can start a business. And if you can't save $2,000, if you're that undisciplined that you cannot save $2,000, you're cooked, bro. So pretty much get a job, save 2 racks, and then from that point on, you need to move on to step 2. Step 2 is to learn. So many people want to be so arrogant, and for some reason they don't want to learn how to do business. Bro, like anything in life, you have to learn how to do it. There was a time in your life where you had to learn how to ride a bicycle. You had to sit down and look at the bicycle and be like, I'm going to figure this out. You guys went to 12 years of school to learn how to do math and learn how to speak English. Everything in life has to be learned. If I wanted to learn how to play golf, I would take golfing classes. I would try to learn how to golf. I would watch golfing YouTube videos if I wanted to learn how to do golf. So the same thing applies to business. If you guys want to learn, if you guys want to be a successful entrepreneur, if you guys want to learn how to run a successful business, you have to invest in your knowledge. There's free ways to do this, there's paid ways to do this, but at the end of the day, you have to pay with either your money, you have to pay with your attention. So for me, I spent a lot of time in the very beginning of my entrepreneurial journey on YouTube, watching as many YouTube videos about e-com as possible. Like you guys are doing right now. You guys are doing good right now because you guys are watching a video learning how to do something. So literally I watched YouTube videos, how to do this, how to find a product, how to build a website, how to market the product, etc. Right? I joined Discord communities. There's so many people on the internet who has free communities that you could just join. There's knowledge in there. You could talk to people, ask for advice from the people inside of there. And TikTok, bro, there's a lot of knowledge on TikTok and Instagram. There's so many entrepreneurs that just drop free game on there. You can literally just go on there, consume all the knowledge you can, learn as much as you can, and that alone is going to shape your mind and shape your future progress into what you want it to be. And I have mentors here. Here's a picture of me and my mentor. Quick little story about us two. I actually met him in the gym, and I found out around the time when I was like really trying to figure out e-com and I was already starting stores and failing. I met him in the gym, and he's actually my age. He's like maybe a year older than me. So at this time I was 19 and he was 20. And he's already done, at this point, he had already done 7 figures in revenue, which is over $1 million. And I was super, super blessed to meet him. I ended up pretty much just trying to talk to him and just like, I paid him by working for him. I worked for him for free. And literally, I put myself in that position so that I could just soak up everything that he knew. I ended up getting really, really close to him and becoming really, really good friends with him. Like, we're still friends to this day. Like, and now we're just boys and we just go to the gym and just like hang out and travel together to this point. Literally, I met him by chance, but the point is, when I found my mentor, I was willing to do anything to learn from him. I didn't have money to pay him. So what I did was I was like, bro, I'll literally work for you for free. I ended up working for him for months for free, no pay, just to get to know what he learned. So that's the lengths that you need to go to get knowledge, because knowledge is the most valuable thing that you can find. So step 3 is to take action. Most people get to step 2 and they stay there forever. I know people that were in step 2 when I was in step 2. And to this day, they are still in step 2. So the key is to take action. You'll never know it all in the very beginning. You need to know just enough on what to do and how to start, because people get analysis paralysis. They try to learn every single thing of the business, but they never even start their first store. They never even try to go find their first product. So don't be that guy. Immediately start taking action. The sooner that you take action, the quicker that you are gonna win. Because at the end of the day, experience and hitting your head is the best teacher. No YouTube video can teach you better than going out and trying to learn on your own. You can start taking action the same time you start learning. Like, watch a YouTube video and then really just start doing it. But go ahead and start finding your first products, start your first store, and make it a goal to get your first sale. When you get your first sale, make it a goal to get your first $500 day. From there, make it a goal to get your first $1,000 day. I think that you do need to be taking action. The action takers are the ones who win in this world. Now, step 4, you're gonna fail. You have to fail. I'm not here to tell you, I'm being very real with you guys in this video. I'm being very authentic. I'm not here to sell you a dream. At the end of the day, when you start a business, you are going to fail. It is mandatory. It is God's way of testing you. Are you worthy of this great life that you're gonna live from entrepreneurship? Because the ones who make it through this phase, most people who get past step 2, make it to step 3, they try one time and they fail and they quit. They weren't cut out for this. They weren't cut out for entrepreneurship, because there's no such thing as starting a business and starting this new path of life and getting it right on the first time. I've never seen not one person out of all my friends, out of all the people I've seen on the internet, out of everyone I've met, out of all the mentors I've talked to, not even one of them went without failure. You have to fail. Don't let it get to your ego. Don't let it get to your self-esteem. it's just a mandatory part of business. I failed for probably like 8 to 10 months of just losing money, trying different things without making a single dollar. In fact, I was giving up my life for entrepreneurship, and I was actually worse off than I was when I started. Failure is mandatory. This is God's way of filtering out who's really worth it or not, who's really deserving of it or not. So failure is part of the journey. I'm just gonna let you guys know, because I don't want you to get to this point and quit. Now, step 5, once you get past failure, you just you can't stop until your life depends on it. You just keep going, bro. Like, this is a very, very scary part, and I've been there. You just keep going and nothing's working, but this is what builds character. This is what's gonna build you into who you're trying to be. Just continue to test better products, make better ads, make better websites, try harder. Once you get past this phase, you'll be in phase 6, step 6, which is reaping the benefits. The reason I call this a 5-step system is because once you get past failure, once you keep trying after failure, it is only a matter of time until it works. You're gonna make your first 100,000 after you fail a few times and learn from your experiences. Once you get to that point, you're gonna make it. You're gonna make the goals that you set out to get. It's literally mandatory. It's literally, I've never seen one person fail over and over and over and keep trying and not make it. You're going to make it. So this is essentially me whenever I made it. I put this here: have fun, but don't get lost in the sauce. This is actually some advice this is for whenever you do make it, please don't get lost in the sauce. I did it. I know people that did it. I was doing dumb stuff like traveling in Jamaica, drinking on a boat. I was going to Miami, rented this big B&B with my friends, and rented a bunch of supercars. And I was pulling out, this is $35,000 in cash for no reason. I just pulled it out just to look at it, flex it, spend it. Bro, literally, like, do not get lost in the sauce. I'm telling you guys, like, it's gonna be very tempting. Whenever you make it and you finally make your first 100K, I know, guys, it feels like your life is completely changed, and it will. Your life has changed. And go take a week or two of vacation. Go take a week or two to just BS and go do whatever you want. But please, do not get lost in the sauce. I got lost in the sauce. I'm not gonna lie. I lived like this for months, and then one day I woke up and my bank account was a lot lower than I wanted it to be. And that hurt, and I don't want you guys to have to go through that. So what you guys should do instead is do step 7. And what this is take your money and reinvest to reach bigger numbers. Reinvest into your knowledge. If I could go back and after I made my first 100K, I would have taken $50,000 of that and invested that all into knowledge. And I actually mean that. I know that sounds crazy, but if I took $50,000 and invested in my knowledge then, and was taking more action then, rather than going to the boats and rather than buying watches and buying dumb stuff, I would already be where I want to be today, right? Like, this right here is going to make sure that you don't have to take that fall, making sure that you continuously grow instead of grow and then drop and then grow again. So you need to be learning more. You need to invest in your network. By this point, you would have already built up your value in the world to where people will want to talk to you, because it's really hard to network whenever you're a beginner, because most people don't want to talk to beginners. By this point, when you've already like made something of yourself, networking is going to become very easy because you have value to provide. So for me, I began networking and I was able to put myself in better environments. Like, these are my friends here. All these are young entrepreneurs who are killing it, making tons of money. This is another picture of us. We had a crazy night just driving our cars and stuff. These are the circles that you put yourself into when you begin to invest in networking and invest in yourself. And you just become a real entrepreneur. And this is the phase that really you don't leave. Like, I'm still in this phase currently. I'm just constantly trying to get better knowledge. I still learn to this day. I'm still looking for mentors to this day. I'm still growing my business to this day because I'm not at the levels where I want to be at. So step 7 is really where you just pretty much spend the rest of your life at until you decide that you have enough money. So that is pretty much the entire layout of what I would do if I had to make my first $100,000. And it's kind of what I would do after I make my first $100,000. So that is my advice to you guys. If you guys learned anything, be sure to give me a subscribe. Be sure to give me a like, comment that you learned something. And I'll see you guys in the next video.